Back in 10th grade is when I first heard about computer science. I had no clue what it was. I just heard the name, computer science. And I was like, I love science and computers are the future. I'll pursue computer science. Of course, it was the very first project I ever wrote, and it took a while to get it to work. But when I got my program to work, it was a moment of epiphany for me because I just realized, wow, I created something from scratch that actually worked, and that's how I fell in love with it.
I would have never, ever imagined myself being a developer, ever in my life. Like, that would be like the last thing.
So how did you get into it?
I wanted to create something that didn't exist. The tools out there were not capable of doing what I wanted to do. Computer science was the way to build it and make my imagination kind of like possible.
That's my overall mission, is to cultivate innovators in our communities. And there's a certain way you kind of have to think to be an innovator. And that's why I love computer science, and I'm using it as a conduit to give back to the community because of how it shapes your thinking.
Computer science is just kind of like magical in the way that we can see the world into systems, the way that we can make logic happen and decompose problems, find solutions. It's just so great. And so I really want to kind of send that message that you don't have to really, be a math person or a computers person to do computer science.
Not everyone loves coding. Like, let's put it out there. Not everyone likes programming. So I created the Shami character so that kids can look at her and see her like, oh, she can be a friend. But I also want to bring that awareness that there are other fields in computer science that you can thrive in if you don't like programming.
Computer science is not just, going to Google or programming a robot to go through a maze to reach the end goal. It's so much more creative. It has ties into art, into music, into so many different industries, and we need to showcase that for students. And so what I really try to do is foster those type of interdisciplinary projects that students can actually do themselves to really put themselves in those shoes and say, oh, you know what? I am a computer scientist. I can do this.
That to me, it's just so fulfilling to see that. It makes me know that my work is actually having value. There's actually fruit to this. And that's what keeps me going.
As educators, it's really important for us to always keep in mind that every child has a gift and we are in the position to help them kind of unwrap it.
Yes.
And to really find their kind of place in the world.
Yes.